Hey guys, this is Woody, the Unexceptional Gamer, and as you may have heard, I make Call of Duty videos designed to help my unexceptional brethren win games through tactics and knowledge. So I have a new route off the Charlie spawn that I like better than my previous route. What I used to do is head up here towards that doorway I just passed, and then go upstairs and defend Bravo from there. And what I do instead is head up into this window. So you see that guy Goody who's capping the flag? I had played with him one or two games before this, and he's a talker and I'm a talker, and we got to make friends. So at first he started defending himself on this flag, and I told him not to do that. I said, you know, keep yourself safe over there by the dumpster, and you know, I'll take on the role of keeping you alive. And he said, okay. And he's sort of excited about that. So that's what he did. He slid over to the right in front of the dumpster, and I protected the hallway. And you know, I guess he gets the flag capping glory. But I played a role too. I got some kills and helped him win. So I was pretty quick in getting up to the Predator here, and I called the Predator in a hurry. Watch this. I get on the flag, or get on the ladder here, and I can't get off. I am frantic at this point. I'm hitting jump, I'm going up, I'm going down. Nothing was working. But I was so lucky that my incompetence was matched by his lack of awareness, and I was sitting there hanging on the ladder not knowing what to do, and stayed alive anyway. So off to a nice start. We have Alpha, we have Bravo, and I want to jump out there and protect Bravo, but I saw a guy on that porch, and I knew that it was a death sentence. So I was lucky in that I had a teammate who cleaned it up with a shotgun. We have too many flags, so I'm not playing with my normal friends in this game. I'm playing with 5 people that I hadn't met before, and as you guys might know, when I play with my normal friends, we all kind of know the basic strategy. We know to hold 2 flags, get a cover position, and let them come to us. My game, in a nutshell, is to put myself in a high traffic area, one where I can hopefully hold 2 flags, and just do work from there. So this window I'm in is one of my favorite spots on this map. I have more Favela games up than I have on most of the other maps, and I think a lot of it has to do with this spot right here. If you were to hypothetically run like a noob tube class with Semtex, you could guard Bravo and Alpha from this spot for an awfully long time. And but I never run a class like that, partly because, you know, everybody hates it and whatever, and partly because, you know, in a related thing, if I were to post up YouTube videos of me running noob tubes and holding flags, I think I'd get tons of hate mail, and I don't really want that. So this guy took a curious amount of bullets. I thought that I got on target him pretty quickly, but even on the second try, it took a while to take him down. And my teammate hops on Alpha here, and I thought I was being stalked. I thought that they were coming after me. So I'm working to keep myself alive while guarding Alpha and Bravo at the same time. That's part of the reason I boosted the Predator. I had a machinima video up, I don't know, about a month ago, and I mentioned boosting the Predator, and I was surprised by how many people didn't know about that. If you hit your fire button, right trigger, R1, or I think left mouse click, or right mouse click, I don't know, on the PC, then the Predator goes into double speed, and it hits the ground quickly. And that's pretty useful if you think you don't have enough time to call on the Predator, or maybe you found your target, you found your double and they're next to each other, and you want to get the Predator on the ground quicker. You don't have to wait for it to slowly descend down. You can boost it, and it'll get down about twice as fast as it would otherwise. So these guys are catching on to me, implying that maybe I'm spending too much time in this building holding B and A, although I see that we don't have B right now. But it's working out for us. I mean, our team is winning by quite a bit. We don't seem to have a whole lot of trouble capping and holding flags, and I've got a Pablo ready to call, which helps the team win. So there's a reason that you know, we go all game without losing Alpha very much, and it's partly because, you know, I'm in that building holding it down. So at this point, things don't go so smoothly, and you'll see what happens shortly. I sprint here. Stupid, stupid, stupid. I sprint in close quarters. If I were to identify the biggest flaw in my game, aside from not aiming as well as I'd like to, it's sprinting in close quarters. I would say a lot of my deaths have to do with sprinting into close quarters combat, and that's a great big mistake. So I post up on the left here. We have all 3 flags, and there's a care package right there. And I make a mistake. I'm under the impression that these guys aren't really rushing the care package. I'm like, if they're not particularly interested in the care package, then neither am I. So it's probably ammo or like a counter UAV or something that's not particularly exciting. So I'm waiting for this guy to come and get me when my teammate hits him with the shotgun and grabs it. And look at what pops up here in just a second. Pavelo. So my new friend AGoody called in a Pavelo, and that's unfortunate. I could have had 3 Pavelos this game. I might have had a 45 and 6 round or something really cool like that, but it wasn't meant to be. I let the Pavelo go, and I've watched this video a couple times now, and now I look at it and say, man, they were rushing that. They were making suicide runs at that crate. I think I shot 2 guys myself, and someone else took out the 3rd. I should have recognized it was a high-value care package, but at the time, I read that wrong. So that's what happened right there. We have AB, but they have been rushing A pretty hard in this game. So yeah, I think most of my kills, or at least a lot of my kills, came from holding A. And this guy does a good job. He's playing the game that I like to play, which is he controls the engagement and he only shows his head right there. But I get lucky. Part of it is he has a sniper rifle and they're difficult to aim. And part of it was I got on target pretty quick there and capped his head off. So I meant to hop on this flag with him, but he caps it so quick, everything seems covered. And I go in here to lock things down. So here I am in my favorite build, getting ready to do some work and wait for them to do their thing. And while I do this, I want to talk a little bit about one of my previous videos. So I did this, take a step back. I measure my channel not so much in subs or not so much in views, or I don't even know what my views are, or the ratings. I seem to get 5 stars, but everybody gets 5 stars, right? Big deal. What I really like is the tone of the comments. You know, when I see people say like, your videos were helpful, this gave me a hand, I'm playing better, then that's the whole goal, right? That's what I'm going for. And I did a video lately which really made me happy. It was the one where I asked people to submit their gamer tags. And I'm getting a whole bunch of emails now where people are saying, I rolled in a group of 6 and we won all night and we had a good time and we communicated with each other, and Modern Warfare 2 has become a better game for them because they're using team tactics and they get to play excuse me, the kind of game that I get to play a lot because I have a fairly full friends list. And anyway, I just wanted to call out, I'm really excited about that. If you guys haven't seen my video where I think gamertag is in the title of it, then you should check it out and make some friends. Put your gamertag on there, or if you don't want to do that, go pick a gamertag off the list. Find a guy who lives near you, who is ready to play, plays at the same time as you, and they're on there for a reason. They're on there because they want to play with guys like you who are looking to win. So Modern Warfare 2 is a better game when you have some friends to play it with. So don't be shy about gathering some friends to play with and do your thing. So what happens up here is I get cocky, by the way. I've won so many gunfights up to this point in the game, I think I'm like 31-5, that I thought I couldn't lose. And that's not that uncommon for me. If I get on a real roll, I seem to sabotage myself. On the other hand, I get lucky with this guy, because he jumps right in front of me. He's losing 196 to 101, and he's still capping flags, right at the end of the game. And then the last guy, Painkiller, it's hard to combat that. I wanted to see the kill cam to see if he was a commando guy, but I didn't get a chance. So anyway, check out the gamertag video. It was one of my most successful videos I've ever put up because people were writing at each other and hooking up and playing games, and then I've gotten some personal messages talking about the success. I had a video response where that one was really cool. The guy, in the game, he's like, we're controlling the engagement here. We're right where we want to be. We have 2 flags. They're coming to us. At one point he said, we all have high KDs because we're holding 2 flags and they're coming to us instead of us coming to them. And I was like, exactly. There have been a lot of times where, like, I'll start on high rise at 1-3 or even 0-5 trying to take Bravo, knowing that, if I start off 1-3, I might end that game 20-5. Because once I've got Bravo and you've got that alpha spawn, you're in a tough spot. We're going to lock down that map. You're going to really struggle just to get out of the building. And that's what beautiful games of domination can be like when you have a team to roll with and you all work with a similar strategy. So, anyway, I hope that you like this. If nothing more than my new opening route, I think it worked out pretty well. And using that alpha building to hold A and B. And if you want to rock the noob tubes, I won't tell anybody. And with those, you can hold B for a long time. Semtex, two noob tubes. That's three things you can shoot people with as they try to cap that Bravo flag.